Hi guys, welcome to Original Gamers UK, and this video is all the pickups that I got whilst in Japan. So grab yourself a drink because it's going to be a pretty long video, because in this box are all my pickups throughout my trip. So not going to be any particular order, I'm just going to grab stuff as it comes out. Let's just dive in and see what I got whilst I was in Japan. The biggie. I'm going to start off with the biggie because it's on top. I didn't want it to get damaged by anything. And with Final Fantasy VII being on the horizon, being released, a week as of today, a week today, it's coming out. Unfortunately, I think quite a few of us are having it delayed. But just ignore that part of it and focus on the fact that the Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out in a week. And what a better way to celebrate that than getting a Cloud Strife figure. How cool is that? So I'm going to keep this one boxed, I think. I say that, it's probably going to be opened up within about a week, but yeah, how cool, guys, is this? So they had, I got this from a place called Nakano Broadway. So if you don't know, they have loads of like hobby shops, figure shops, Mandarake, which has guides, cards, manga, everything you can think of, and just little trinkets everywhere. And one of the stores, they had this. So me and Simon were like looking at it, I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. A really good price for it as well. I said there was Aerith was there. Regret not getting it, but I said at the minute it's kind of struggling for space, so I thought Cloud is the one I most want, so I'll get him. So yeah, how cool. Now there's lots of things that I haven't even opened yet. I don't mean that like Cloud that I'm not intending to open, I mean like I don't even know what's inside some of the stuff. And this is one of them. So actually I'll show you both of them. So for those of you who probably know, Final Fantasy 13 is, you know, probably my second favourite soundtrack ever, my favourite Final Fantasy soundtrack. So I had to get the official soundtrack finally. I've looked the last few times that I've gone there. This is my third trip to Japan, really fortunate to be able to go for the third time. And the other two times it's just been really, really expensive. So this one I got for, you know, a good price. It's still expensive compared to what you pay for other ones, but I'm more than happy to pay it. So Final Fantasy 13. But then we spotted this. So I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's the Final Fantasy 13 soundtrack collector's edition. Now the price of this, so 1,540 yen. So you're kind of talking, it's like 10, 11 pounds. Much cheaper, like half the price of Final Fantasy 13 original soundtrack. So I'm just going to open this up and actually let's see what is in here. I'm going to take off. Look at this. Alright, let's have a look. Whoa! Oh my god! Wow! Whoa! Holy shit! I think I hit the jackpot. Oh my god. Okay, so we've got this book with it. How is this that cheap? How is that possible? Oh god, Japan, I love you. Wow. Like, okay, so art book. And I think even no matter what your thoughts are on Final Fantasy 13 as a game, like, how cool is this? Check this out. Check that out. Wow. So it opens up. Wow. Whoa, losing the CDs. So you can kind of see. I'll show this to you guys. And what I love is it's presented totally differently to the original soundtrack. I've got so many soundtracks, guys, so I'm not going to show you them all in this much detail. It's just I'm not opening this one with you. But wow, like £10, £10, absolutely mental. That's not it either. That's not it. And then we also have scenario book, Final 13, Episode 0, Promise. It's got Sarah on the front of it. What is going on? How ridiculously cool is that? And then just some like leaflets and points and stuff telling you about the Kai Arts figures. Wow. Amazing. Okay, one that I got for my girlfriend, and that is fiance now actually. Yeah, proposed to her right there. So that's another thing. But one thing I got her was this Chun-Li figure. Got a video. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but got a video of her playing Chun-Li at the arcade. So that's her favourite Street Fighter character. So I thought it'd be cool to get this. The soundtracks, as I say, I've got so many, I can't go into depth with all of them, but I've also got Final Fantasy 13-2. Been waiting for a while for that one as well. I got Final Fantasy X-2. Simon got me this, which is Persona Q Sound of the Labyrinth. So Persona Q, you know, the first game, and it's the soundtrack to that. And this cost him only 200 yen. 200 yen. It's dirt cheap, absolutely dirt cheap. At the minute, guys, about ish. At the time we went, it was about £6.90 to 1,000 yen. So kind of like ish, like five's worth. 500 yen's worth is about £3.50, so you can kind of figure out from there, like, you know, how cheap these are. Final Fantasy Tactics soundtrack. So mental. And then I'll do this one, then I'll do something different. But Final Fantasy IX. I know a lot of people class this as one of the best soundtracks in the series. So I know a few of the songs from it, but not all of them. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. And that was 1,210 yen, and Final Fantasy Tactics was 1,255 yen. Okay, I'll go on to a game, and I'll show you the artwork to this, and some people might know what this is, and some people will definitely like, I don't know, but that looks hella cool, what is it? Okay, so I'll show you. So it's called Itadaki Street, so, I think it's something like that. It's basically Mario Party, but instead of the Mario world, it's Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. Wow. Yeah, so this was one of the ones that I was intending and getting when I was there. It wasn't cheap, it was pretty much retail price, and me and Simon, I think, saw this in 2 or 3 different places, and each place it was similar price, you know, 40, 45. So yeah, just over £40 I got this, but I wanted it for so long, and it's been, I say, on my wish list for ages. You can kind of see the artwork there. But guys, if you know, so I know a lot of people who do watch this channel are like me, big Dragon Quest, big Final Fantasy fans. If you want me to do a playthrough of this or something with it, you want to know a bit more, please just leave a comment, and I'm happy to do that. I've not put it on yet, so that'll be kind of cool. I'll open these two up. So whilst in Akihabara, if you don't know, that's called like Electronic Town, you've got anime galore and gaming galore. And in Animate, the bottom floor there, they had this little Final Fantasy shelf, and on it there was a Sephiroth towel and a Cloud towel. Both of them were about £2, so let's open these up. I can't tell you guys how excited I've been to open up all these things like with you. So some of them obviously I've opened up a lot of the soundtracks, but stuff like this I've been waiting to do this video for you guys. Yeah, so this is this is the Sephiroth one. There's actually 5 in the series. And I'll open it up properly, but yeah, you can kind of see there's 5 other different towels to get. Okay. Not sure what the size of them is, whether it's more like a tea towel or I don't think it's going to be huge, you know, for a couple of quid, but still, why not? Don't know if you guys can see that. That is cool. I might just hang that up. Yeah, hang that up in the games room, and it kind of says just on the back of it, this corner, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Wow, so awesome. So awesome. Let's do the Cloud one. And here is the Cloud one. Actually, I believe from looking at the back of the Sephiroth one, it's Cloud and Sephiroth. Yes. Oh, so I've got a vertical one, and then I've got a horizontal one. Check it out. Yes. Wow. Might have to put that like on the window or on the wall. So sick, so sick. £4 for both of them. Absolutely crazy. Another soundtrack I haven't opened, and that is Final Fantasy VIII original soundtrack. Yep, look at this. This is like a collector's version of it, and this was only £7. So the reason this one might be £7, and I don't know on the inside, but he said to me that he was like, oh, it's got a bit of damage on the front. And you can barely see it, like there's literally, I think there's like a scuff on the back and a little like mark on the front, but nothing major at all. So I'm just wondering if he meant something on the inside, which would, you know, it's understandable because, yeah, the limited edition version, sorry, not collector's edition. But for £7, I'm thinking as long as the CDs work. Check this out. This one, this two, some kind of book in the middle. Oh, all this CD. And I'm sure all the discs will work. Yeah. So Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X-2. What more have we got? We'll have to wait and see. But going on to something Dragon Quest related, and the only book I got whilst I was out there, and that was Dragon Warrior Monsters 3D like guide, or I think it's like a well, it details a lot of information about the game. I'm not sure if it's a guide or not. But if you guys watch the channel, you'll know that Dragon Warrior Monsters is my favourite game, Dragon Quest related, so not obviously the main series, but the spin-off title was actually my favourite one, Dragon Warrior Monsters, the original. And one day I'd love to have the remake that they've done out there, but I'd have to get a Japanese 3DS, and it's kind of like, oh, one day. Yeah. I can't remember exactly how much this one was. The price is no longer on it, but it was cheap. Yeah, again, I think like £5, £6. Just a promo item and the Final Fantasy 15 Prologue soundtrack, 200 yen. Oh, and then these two, Simon spotted these ones. Really, really unique, and these were also in anime. And you've got Final Fantasy Hero soundtrack and Final Fantasy Villains soundtrack. Yeah, so we kind of thought they'd just be cool to like have like together, and really unique ones. Why not? Something I got out of a gacha machine. It's a bag. It's a little bag, and it's in the shape of a Sega Master System. So I made use of this while I was out there. I put all my English money in this. This is like a first day thing. This was one of the first things that we got. Was I went to the gacha machine, and I went to the one that was all the old Sega stuff, obviously. And it was, yeah, Sega Master System, so pretty cool. Also from another gacha machine, it was Kingdom Hearts related, and I got Aqua. Final Fantasy VII Cloud Tumbler or glass. Yeah. Yeah. we'll have to do Simon's pickups, and I won't tell you everything he's got. You know, eventually after everything's like cleared up and you can actually come over, because he's got, I think, almost the entire set of these. And yet again, guys, these weren't expensive. £1.50, £2, something obscenely stupid like that. Ah! Okay. What else have we got in here? We've got some more soundtracks. Dragon Quest IV Symphonic Suite. They had the entire Symphonic Suite set, but that was hella expensive. But you know, why wouldn't it be? It's like a prize thing to have all the Symphonic Suites together. But because I've got the 11 one, I've got the 8 one, I've got another one at the top of my head, so it's kind of like it did make sense for me to get the whole thing, and it was actually cheaper to buy them individually, believe it or not. I had to get this eventually. Final Fantasy X original soundtrack. An amazing soundtrack. Yeah, an absolute classic, and been waiting to have that in the collection for a long time. And then I have the soundtrack, but I have the 3DS version. So really similar, but I wanted the original soundtrack, and that is Dragon Quest VIII. Because out of the main trilogy of games, Dragon Quest VIII is my favourite one. We've still got quite a lot left, guys. Still got quite a lot left. I think I will change tack now, and I will show you what Simon got, because it's my birthday whilst we're out there, so I'll show you what Simon got me. It was my 30th, and he got me the following things. He got me these coasters of different games. How cool are these? And like really, really awesome to just put in the new games room. So we have a coaster for Resident Evil 4, Final Fantasy X, Persona 4, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. But that wasn't all that Simon got me. He got me something else, and something that I think will be a lot of people will be jealous of, and I know it's getting really, really expensive now, and I'm so happy he got it for me. I may not be when I play it, but I am honestly, yeah, really happy to have it, and just thank you again, Simon, for getting it for me. And that is the Dark Souls trilogy. Just says it all on the back. Prepare to die. Yeah. So we've got Dark Souls Remastered. Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. I haven't played this one at all. And Dark Souls 3, and this is the Fire Fade edition. So everything's got all the DLC included. What a collection. I'm really looking forward to playing this in a weird, sadistic kind of way. I've completed Dark Souls 3 before. I've got through about halfway through on the original Dark Souls, so looking forward to getting back into it. But it's got too many games on the go at the minute, so it's probably going to play them after Final Fantasy VII. What else do we have in here? Another unique thing. It's a Sega Saturn like sticker, but you can iron it on or stick it on stuff. So it kind of shows you can put it onto the back of the phone or like the back of the bag. I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. I got that from Super Potato in Akihabara. Flynn Shifo from Tales of, little figure. These are ones that you can get like in gacha machines, but if you want to just know exactly what you're getting, Nakano Broadway sells these figures like in rows and rows and rows and rows and rows. And I got Flynn. I've got the big version of Flynn, but I was just like, yeah, a nice little one to go with that. Another limited edition version of Final Fantasy soundtrack, and that is Final Fantasy 12. Like, honestly, this stuff, like, it's just mental, right? So you can see I've opened this one up. It comes with a book with it. It's just all, it's mainly like writing in it, but yeah. I think it's got the lyrics to the songs. Sorry, it's really, really fiddly. And then the soundtrack itself. How about I open it up? And Final Fantasy 12 was one of those games that I never really knew much about. I just knew it was one of the ones that lots of people haven't really invested in as much, or they didn't say it was one of the best. And then when I played it on PS4, and I played it on PS4 for the first time, and I never ever played the original, so fun. I just played it on times 4 speed and everything, like animations as quick as possible. It was absolutely hilarious. Me and Simon played in it for weeks and weeks and weeks. So I just kind of, I got the soundtrack, not only to have it part of the collection, but for me it's like, it's already nostalgic. Like those moments on PS4 are some of like the most hilarious gaming moments I've ever had. And on top of that, it's actually a really, really addictive and good game anyway. I think this soundtrack, or this soundtrack collection, is one of the best looking ones I've got ever. And that is the 30th anniversary of Legend of Zelda Game Music Collection, so it's got music from all of the games, but you can't tell, but this is fully embossed at the front. It's so sick, so sick. And just the way it's packaged, so when you open it up, I was just like, wow. Like, talk about good quality. So it's got little cards from every single one of the games. I'm not going to open it up, but you can kind of see. And then this, it's like also another thing you won't be able to tell, but the width of it is slightly bigger than normal. And it's got some real weight to it, because it's just got another book inside. So yeah, it's just really nicely presented, and got an amazing collection from across the series. And this is what we've got left, guys. Soundtracks, soundtracks, and more soundtracks. Metroid Prime, Metroid Fusion. Yeah, they actually have the soundtrack for that. And there was only one. I've only ever seen one of these whilst being there. And I found this in Yodobashi Camera in Akihabara. This. Cheapest soundtrack we got. 198 yen. What do you guys think it is? It says Street Fighter 2, the movie, but yeah, so that's what we kind of thought. But I was thinking it meant the Claude Van Damme atrocious one. No, it's the anime version. So soundtrack to the animated movie. And along with Final Fantasy 13, the soundtrack I most wanted to find. And believe it or not, this was an issue to find there. This was sold out everywhere in Japan. And I will say in general, this gaming series, everything for it was hella expensive. And this was very expensive. But I was just like, you know, we were like 6 or 7 days in, I hadn't been able to find it anywhere. So when I found it, Persona 5, and come on, it's an absolutely godlike soundtrack. And if you want to see the unboxing of Persona 5 Royal, check that out, because I did that a few days ago. And that's also got the soundtrack for that game. But the original soundtrack, yes please, finally got it. Another original soundtrack I've been looking for, Akami. This one's a beast. 5 discs. 5 discs, and each one's got like, you know, 50, 60 tracks on it. Some of it is literally like the game over sound, like just tiny little bits, but other ones are the full, you know, the full thing. This was also like expensive, like I'm talking like Persona 5 I think was like 35 quid. Street Fighter 2, but it isn't Street Fighter 2. This is what's weird. So I'm not sure what it says down here, but it says like Capcom number 4. And it's actually got some versions like mixed up, like compilations of, remixes of Street Fighter 2 songs. But the majority of it is other Capcom songs and Capcom games. Yeah, really, really strange. I really don't know what that is. Star Fox 64, 3D version. World of Final Fantasy. Yes, yes, and yes. I have looked for this soundtrack every single time I've gone. Every time. And I've never been able to find it. I've found different versions of it, I've found ones that have remixes of it, and we're actually having the original Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and demo versions of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. praise be to Japan. Thank God, because this is my childhood on a record right there. I was doing the outro, but I was just basically saying, guys, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed looking through the pickups as much as I enjoyed doing it for you and opening up some of the stuff that I've been waiting to open up for weeks. And yeah, I say if there's anything you want to see in more detail, let me know. And there's still plenty more content coming up on the channel. We have gaming pickups coming up that I've been holding back on for months. But yeah, guys, I shall see you soon.